Okay, so we want to reunite two family members, and what we're going to need here is a jar, and I've got the seal of AIM1. AIM1 it can be used in love workings, and I've also been using AIM1 with regards to friendships. So this is also with a bit of a contact me thrown in as well. So uh, if you're calling on AIM1, give an offering, give something when AIM1 comes through. It's important that you do so because it's just good practice at the end of the day. The reason for AIM1, I will go to my book and tell you about AIM1. AIM1 is one of the 72 Goetia spirits. He is a marquis. Color is violet. Incense is jasmine. Metal is silver. Planet the moon. Element water, and the N is Avage Secor A1 Ninan. Original purpose predicts the future, knows the past. He can be invoked to cause or reconcile feuds between friends, between family, between whoever, basically. So that's where we're, what we want to get at. So let's see. What we're going to do is get the jar. I'll get the jar in a minute. Now, I'm using two of these little cardboard cutouts. I have details on the back of them. So you want to put the client, that's the person, put as much as that information that you know about them or whatever, your details, whoever is doing the spell, okay? And this is the one that we want to bring back. So basically, I've put a little petition on this to connect with the sister, basically, that think of her constantly, and she won't be able to rest. And I've also asked on the Holy Death, I like to back up the spells with the Holy Death's help as well. In my opinion, a Holy Death works well with the spirits of the Goetia. Some people, they're really, dead set saying that the Holy Death is not one, she's a jealous saint and stuff. But actually, I find her to be quite laid back. The only spirit, archangel, should I say, she didn't like Michael too much. I placed a candle of Michael's on her altar, and she wasn't keen on that. So I moved it. But anyway, so I put the sister will be unsettled, not eat, won't sleep, won't have any peace until they're back together again. Okay, so you're going to need to pierce a pen will do 2 holes through the head parts. Okay, and something that represents the air, that's the air sign, the air element. And you're going to need AIM1 sigil, sorry. So go over that in black pen if you've printed it off the internet or freehand it, and just when you're doing that, freehanding it or going over it, ask AIM1 for help. I would just, go over in a black pen, Sharpie actually I use preferably, and I would just say that please bring them together as soon as possible. May the target not sleep, not eat, not basically do a focusing not on life or anything until she is back with her family member and they are at peace. That kind of thing. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to anoint these two, and I'll turn them around this road. Now let's have a look. Use some oils. Healing oil. Brilliant. I got a 5 spot that, 1 on the head, 2, especially the heart. I'll do the bottom as well, but usually the head and the heart are the most important places to me. And the feet for not walking away again. This is just a little oil to keep them blessed. Okay. Oops. Let's see what we've got here. success. Why not? Use whatever you've got at hand. You don't have to do this, oil by oil. What's this? The money oil. Bad vanishing. I think we're probably fine here. Yeah, I think I'll put protection on this because protection is important. You don't know who is practicing magic these days. Magic is on the rise, and it's important just to make sure, I'm going to put a little bit of orris root on the sister, or if it wants to come out, that is. Yeah. A tiny little bit of orris root. Orris root is good, like I've said many times, for pushing a situation. Okay. And a little bit of chamomile on both of them so that you have a nice calm atmosphere. Now, you could use wings, you could use an airplane, clouds, anything that represents the air, because we're carrying a message, and the message is on this. So I basically, on her behalf, I have basically said to contact me, and you will not eat, sleep, until you contact me, and we are in unison, kind of thing. I hope this makes sense. It's a reconciliation, and it's also with the element of contact me. Okay, so I'm just putting that through. If it wants to go through, that is. The hole's a bit small. Okay. Get in there, would you? There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to join these two together, and the reason for that is we're joining them together so that the message is carried via this. So I'm going to bind this to these little paper dolls, and I'll face them together. I'm not binding them together as in, like, how can I put it? It's not like a love spell. It's a binding to get them to get along, and forgiveness. And for the one in question, we want, so put them face to face, like I said, face to face, and thread through your seal. That's a bit big, or whatever drawing you've got. That's a bit big, but it really doesn't matter. And we've got them face to face, getting along and all happy. And I'm just gonna bind this around. Actually, I'm gonna fold them, because is it gonna fit in that jar? It's not. I think, yeah, I'll fold the little doggies up a bit. Around like so, just to make a bit of room for the jar. Okay. And I'm using blue because it's a nice peaceful color. So, and I'm just going to say a few little things into myself, and basically for her to get in touch as soon as possible. It's important that you do so. Things will not progress in your life until you get in touch. Okay. I'm just going to tie 3 knots on that. That's a bit big. I could have made it a bit smaller, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Some people do the one where they use they do out the little letter. I've used that before myself, the little letter, and they put it beside the phone, but I would like that to be a little bit more personal, so I also want the added bonus of Santa Muerte and Amon. 1, 2, 3. minutes done. Okay. You need a jar, okay, and you're going to need some sugar, because why? We're sweetening up the situation. That's the reason why. Okay, they should fit. So that's probably enough. Okay. Okay, all right. A little bit more chamomile, again, just to calm things down. And things in spells like this, why is my hand so sticky? I like to use a bit of powdered eggshell. It clears the way. It's very, very good. Powdered eggshell is used in many traditions. Santeria, amongst others, I'm sure. Well, let me see. What am I going to put? Some road opener. Is road opener. Make sure if you're using the oil version of the road opener, you dab it on the little dolls or the puppets or whatever. But I'm using some road opener to open up the roadways, to remove the blockages, and that will help bring everything together in unison once again. So, okay. A little bit of lavender. It's just to keep things nice and smooth. I'm not going to overdo this, because I think at the end of the day we could overdo it by putting in everything's in it that is needed to be there. So I think we'll leave it at that. I don't want to put any coffee in it or anything like that. Let me see. Just double check before I finish. I've got protection. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, so let's blow some energy into it and some life. Okay, put a little lid on it. One shake. That's just to get things moving. And what I'm going to do is going to burn a little white or blue tea light on it. Not tea light. I keep saying tea light. Chime. These actually look pink. They're white. But I'm going to dress that with some oil, and then I'm going to pop that on top like so. And that's going to go on top of Amon's sigil, seal, whatever you want to call it. And I'll do this for about 2-3 weeks. We can see how we go. And then it's all go to one side. Then we can kick it and deploy it probably at the foot of a tree. If you're doing this and you don't know where, if you're doing this and you don't know where to put it, you could just put it, if you live with family, that kind of thing, and it's hard to do things like this. It's always an awkward one, because I don't like these kind of jars going into dark places. That's okay if you've got some sort of curse jar going, breakup jar. Yeah, by all means. I've been very colourful over the years as to where I've put my curse jars, but the likes of this kind of working, if you could make it, I don't know, is there such a thing as to put it somewhere that it looks like a piece of ornament? I've got some real fancy jars that I sometimes use for clients, and they just look like ornamental jars. You could do that, or you could put it out on the your window ledge if no one can see it. Of course, if you get a small enough jar, and once it's out in the sun, that's a good thing. I know a lot of people are going to say, no, that's going to dry up the relationship. No, it's not. The sun will be shining on it and bringing it, happiness and joy to the situation, not the darkness. So you could do that. I've actually done that many times. I've taken the jar and set it to the side of the windowsill if I was with someone that I didn't want them to see, the working. You could do that, or I've had a spice shelf once, and I lived with some house a long time ago, and they didn't bother with that shelf at all. They never bothered. They were having takeaways every night, and I put my little jar up there. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you have a room, you have a key. No one has the right to nosy through your stuff. So, but it will be deployed at the base of a tree. You could also, if you have a small enough jar, I've done this as well. Jars even around that size, maybe a bit bigger. You know, I've, I'm into my potted plants, and I would put the jar, and it doesn't affect the growth of the plant. So I would do that, and I plant a lot of little trees, and the way I look at it is the spell's growing with the tree. So that's something to think about. You're keeping it on your property. That doesn't really matter. These kind of workings, it doesn't matter about, in my opinion, of course, keeping them on your property. It's those breakup jars, those curse jars. Those need to get off your property once you finish working them, because I do hang on to them a few times, because of the Santa Muerte altar, but that's very different, because that's death energy, and that's something I'm wanting uh, for love and lust, and money and death. Not death. I never really do death spells, to be honest with you. It's been a long time since I've done one of those, but I really don't want to go into that. But yeah, it was. I will say it was a justified spell. Let's see. Yeah, the Santa Muerte altar, I will place jars for many reasons, and yes, she is death, but at the end of the day, death, she's got her aspects. She's got her love. She's got her healing. She's got her wealth. She's got everything, So the jar is safe, and it's there for a reason, and she knows the reason. So, but yeah, I'll do a video sometime on baneful magic and my thoughts on it, and why I don't really bother with it so much these days. If it's justified and stuff, sometimes I will consider it, but at the end of the day, people don't give you the full truth, and there I go digging into tarot reading, and I see something different, and I refuse the person. Something that you have to really think about, but that's not relevant to this video. So I'm going to finish working on this, get it moving, and I'll come back and read a few cards. So see you soon. Okay, we're back. Oh, let's have a look. I have no clue. I drew them, and I have no clue. I never look at these cards. I rarely look at them when I'm pulling them out. I just wanted a peek at the situation to see how things are. What we can sort of expect. Okay. I'll read that one later. Read this one first. Okay. Now, I have a child card now. That could be an actual child beside the boat. Child taken away that has hurt you. I don't know if your family member has any children. I don't know that. You didn't say. So, I mean, it's hard to know. It could also be that naive behavior, childish behavior, that's something that will go. And things will become more settled. That anchor tells me things that will become more settled. Also, I think happiness, it's going to be difficult. I think down the line, I think once you start connecting again, it'll be a bit strained. This is normal. A little bit of climbing a mountain, but the heart is there, if you know what I mean. So I think I think you'll get there, but it will be a bit of a struggle. Yeah. Oh, it's warm. Then we've got, yeah, good news coming your way. Now, this book in the middle, that is something that's going to be said. I'm hoping that that's her basically saying that she's very sorry about everything and she she wants, your forgiveness kind of thing. But that book tells me that something's going to come out there, something that is actually eating at her. The mice tell me that it's on her conscience, so that's good. And fate will bring you this, the moon. So yeah, there's the storks are bringing you happiness. So I do think something good will happen regarding this situation. You just need to give it a bit of time. Like, time is the one thing that every spell needs. People count days. I'm preaching again about this. People count the days. I keep saying in my videos that it doesn't. Someone told me that a spell was guaranteed. No spell is ever guaranteed. I'm not speaking to the client here. I'm just speaking to everyone that hears this and is thinking of coming to me for work. If someone guarantees you results within a certain time frame, you need to run for the hills because they will stroke you for money. Basically, like I was saying, you cannot put. Time in the spirit realm is something that is non-existent. We created time. The human being created time. So they don't understand that. It's not they don't understand that. It's not in their realm. That's my opinion of it. So, as frustrating as it may be, the best thing to do is to put the spell at the back of your head and let it happen. And the sooner you put it to the back of your head, the quicker things will happen. Set it and forget it. So we've got a man here, and there's going to be some sort of an ending, something or discord around a man and a building. Now that could be a house, or that could be a court, or something official. So I think it's something legal, but I could be wrong. You will find out. I think it's something that's going to go in your favor. It's something to do with you that's good. But this man is going through some sort of strife at the minute over this card that is a house. But this card could be a school, it could be, let me see, a hospital, a police station, a court. Usually it's court. It depends, but usually it could be a court or a house. Those are the two things that normally pop up in these readings: courts or houses themselves. But he's going through some sort of issues, and you'll get to hear about it. And this is something that is good for you. So, but I think that once something is said, and hopefully that'll be via email, who knows, pick up the phone, whatever, who knows what will happen. I think things will turn around for you. I think there's the potential for the working to come out successful is there. I can never give a guarantee, but I think you decided on the right choice with regards to this spell work. We can see how things go, but we have to give the spirit world time to go out and do their thing, as you know. And for everyone else that's getting any work done, the same goes for you. Also, I would like to say, if you are getting spell work done via me, please do not be doing any work at home on your own alongside my work. Please do not do that, because that can create a shift, and it can also reverse results. You may think that more is better, but believe me, it's not, because I'm working certain paradigms. You may be working a certain way. Two things are going to clash. That's what's going to happen. please, 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 you know, a little prayer to the spirit I'm working with is fine. You know, don't go conjuring. Um, or lighting a little candle and doing meditation, seeing in your mind's eye the goal in your mind. That is good. That, you know, that is the law of attraction, basically. So that kind of thing is good. But what I'm trying to say is, don't go creating jars and working alongside me. Please don't do that. You know, I get a lot of people and they really do think that they're, you know, versed in this. And, you know, and unfortunately, that's not the case. You know, less is more. Please believe me. So that's all I've got to say. um, more updates coming. I'm going to be doing. I'll say now. I don't know when this video will go out, but I'll say now. By the end of the summer, there will be daily, just daily short tarot card spreads, oracle spreads. Very, very, very short. You know, just like oracle spread of the day. If I don't know, I might take a vote on questions and draw the cards out and see, you know, if you're attracted to a certain group of cards, kind of thing. If you have any feedback on that, let me know, please, because I'm trying to put it together, to be honest with you. I'd like to do that. I'd like to give something back, of course. So it's probably going to be a mixture of Lenormand and oracle cards, but I don't really know how to put it together. So, you know, is it a question? You know, could I maybe do a vote for questions? People could put in the questions, and the one that gets the most question, I could answer via the cards, or just do, you know, just a regular few cards for the day. Let me know. I'll do the what you call it, the poll in the community section soon. Did you did you did you see the one I put up where I got the nut job? Who basically said, called me Michelle and said I was fake. You know, how can you call someone Michelle? My name's not Michelle. Sorry for laughing. It gets me every time. Come on, get it right. You know, I have an idea who it is as well. But anyway, you know, you get people, and they're very. They see other people getting results. They don't get their results, and they get very salty about it. You know, and I have a feeling it's that kind of person. But I mean, at the end of the day, on the flip side of it, you know, that person then would know my name, you know, so it's probably just some random person. I think there's a religious slant to it as well. So, you know, we'll just write them off as crazy. But it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, and have a good evening.